What's up, guys? This is G with my first solo cast for Wholesome Gamer. In fact, this is my first cast period for Wholesome Gamer, and I hope it's the first of many to come. Basically, I want to offer as much content as possible to the visitors of Wholesome Gamer. So this is just one of the things that I'm doing. People say that they love to hear my voice. I personally hate it, but hey, if I've heard it so often from people saying, hey, you have a great voice, you should go into broadcasting, you should be on the radio, yada yada. I've heard this since I was about 13 years old, and every single person who has met me has said it. So I'm finally trying it about 15 years later. But yeah. So anyway, here we go. Basically, Wholesome Gamer, it's a new site. If you've read a little bit about the facts that I have up about me, about the site, Wholesome Gamer is going to be a new outlet for people who like family-friendly games that aren't so graphic, violent, games that you can play with your kids, games that you can enjoy on your own, and it doesn't have any offensive material. So Wholesome Gamer is a little different than most of the other sites out there. That's not to say there aren't family friendly gaming sites out there. There are, and kudos to those guys. I've actually explored a few of them, and they're really doing a great job. But this was kind of a passion of mine. I mean, I've been a gamer since I was a kid, and I've always played all types of games. I'm not going to say that I haven't played violent games. I have, but I really appreciate the games that give you a great experience, and they're good for anybody to play. I mean, there's a lot of games out there, and the problem that I had was that so many of these great games were getting overlooked by a lot of these other bigger budget games, games that have large explosions and great graphics and whatnot. So, I mean, there's a lot of games that are made every year that feature spectacular scenes, huge action sequences, and I mean, I'm not saying don't get these games. I mean, millions of people love these games, people enjoy these games, but they overshadow a lot of the other games that really I've grown to appreciate over the years of gaming. I mean, these games are the games that I probably enjoy the most out of my lifetime. These are the games that you come away with such a great feeling, a great experience. You finish playing the game and you're like, wow, I really love that game. Or it's a game that you can go back and play with friends, a game that you want to share with your mother. There's some games out there that you would not want to share with your mother. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that people continually overlook every year because these other big budget games, these big franchises, these huge names overshadow them. And it's unfortunate, but that's kind of one of my goals with Wholesome Gamer, is to really give these games a voice, and I will be their voice. I mean, a lot of these games don't get much marketing. A lot of these games have stealth releases. A lot of these games just get completely overshadowed when it's a busier season, like in October, November, when a ton of games are coming out. And I think more people should check them out. You don't have to be a kid to play these games. You can be anybody who just enjoys good games. And there's all types of these games. There's puzzlers, there's action games, there's platformers, there's abstract games, there are exploration games. And I really hope that a lot of people, come to appreciate these games through Wholesome Gamer. So that's my goal, and I hope you stick around, because that is what I plan to be doing for quite a while. I just got off writing for a couple of other sites, and I started to feel a little disappointed with my content, a little disappointed with the direction that these sites were going, and I was losing my love for video games because of that. And I took a while. I took time off. I thought about stuff, and after a lot of evaluations, it kind of put me into the direction of Wholesome Gamer. So that's where I am now. And Wholesome Gamer is a one-man show, so it's just me. It's just me writing. It's just me running the site. It's just me doing these casts. I mean, I do plan on having people coming on a couple of other projects with me. I have already talked to a few of my friends who are also gamers who would love to do podcasts with me. A couple of people who I keep in touch with over social networks or in the community, about people who also write, people who have their own gaming sites or blogs, and I'm completely open to having guest writers. So it's, even though this is kind of a one-man show, one-man website, it's not completely closed off, and I'm just starting out with this project, so who knows where the future will lead me. My last project, I was actually the manager of a staff, and that was very stressful because it wasn't just the staff that I was managing. I was basically managing everything, including the design and upkeep of the site, security, writing. I did a lot of the writing. I did a lot of reviews. I had to travel for a lot of the on-site. I went to E3. I've gone to other conventions, and it was basically me doing most of the work. And I didn't want to have to worry about a staff anymore and all the nonsense that really comes with it, because it is nonsense, especially if a staff does not hold their weight. And it's a tough job to find people who will hold their weight. And I'm not ragging on anybody who worked with me before. I met a lot of great people through that, awesome people actually, and a lot of them did contribute very well, but it was still a very heavy responsibility for one person to carry, and I really didn't have anybody to delegate anything else to. So I decided to cut off that aspect. I'll still allow people to come onto my site if they'd like, and write whatever they want, but I can't manage a staff right now. I absolutely cannot. And reason for that is, like I said, it's just me, and I am completely funding this site on my own currently. Everything is coming out of pocket. So what else does that mean? That means that I have to have a job, and I do. I work part-time, so I can have a little more time for the site and other ventures that I am currently engaged in. And but I still have to take care of other things. I have family, I have friends, I have a personal life in addition to Wholesome Gamer, and I have a lot of other responsibilities. So I don't have time to really babysit or look after staff and all the stuff that is involved with that. So this independent venture of mine is kind of liberating, because I don't have to worry about anything else but myself, and when it comes to Wholesome Gamer and the website. So right now, I really am looking forward to how this evolves. I'm looking forward to where Wholesome Gamer will take me, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from you guys, because this is really not just about me letting my voice out about these games, but I want to hear back from the community. And if you've known me on Twitter or other avenues, I like to talk about games. I like to hear your thoughts about games. I like to have discussions about games. So I would also like to have your feedback about Wholesome Gamer, what you would like to see me feature on the site, and anything else that you would like to talk about. I have a contact us page, where you can send me information, you can send me a message, whatever you want, and I'm completely down for that. So yeah, Wholesome Gamer. I mean, it's the end of the year, 2014. A lot of this year just went by so fast, and I did a lot more stuff than I thought I would do. I traveled quite a bit this year, solo. This is the first time in my life actually that I've gone on all these trips by myself, and I've really, stretched my wings this year. I'm trying to make things happen, and I hope Wholesome Gamer is a part of that venture, of that exploration, that journey of making things happen. And I really hope you guys join me to be a part of that ride. In regards to everything else, gaming wise, this is my first solo cast, so I guess I should talk about games a little bit, right? So, I mean, Wholesome Gamer is about family-friendly games, and I actually have an article coming out, which by the time this cast is probably up, you'll probably see it on the website, about the games that I'm really looking forward to in 2015. And there are a lot of games coming out, games that look amazing, and a lot of those games are games that would basically be considered wholesome games. And I mean, some of the games that I'm really looking forward to include The Witness, which I have been waiting on since they initially showed it for the PS4, and Jonathan Blow, who he and his team are developing the game, are really hard at work at this game. And while it was supposed to be coming out near the beginning of the PS4's life, I've had a chance to talk to Mr. Blow recently in Vegas at the PlayStation Experience, and he did explain, they're doing the best at their job. It's a very small team, and it's a pretty big task. I mean, the game looks amazing. It's an open world puzzler game, and the game looks so gorgeous. And I completely agree with the reason why he said, they're taking their time. They are putting their work into the game, and when it's ready, it'll come out. And I am okay with that, because a lot of games now that come out are rushed, incomplete, glitchy, and it just really sullies the experience. So to hear from the horse's mouth that they're taking their time to get rid of any issues and make sure that this game is as great as possible, I'm really looking forward to that game even more so. The Witness. If you have the chance to look at my article, you'll see a little feature there on The Witness. Some of the other games that I'm looking forward to include Tearaway Unfolded, also for the PS4. If you had a PlayStation Vita and played the original Tearaway, you'll know this was an amazing little adventure platformer game. It was one of the most charming games that you could play in the past, I don't know how long. It was just a great game. And I was so disappointed that so few people actually bought the game, which in turn is the reason why it's really coming to the PS4. The PS4 has a much larger demographic now, and more people will be able to see Tearaway. Unfortunately, the Vita, although it's a great handheld, it does not have that many people who who have the system. Not too many people have the system. Not too many people are looking to get this system, and unfortunately, a lot of the games suffer because of that. A lot of the games are not marketed. The ones that come out for it, they're not marketed well, rather, and that really, really destroys the possibilities of them becoming successful in a sales manner. So Tearaway Unfolded kind of takes the original Tearaway game and puts it onto the PS4 with PS4 exclusive mechanics. So there are new features to the game, even though it's the same game from the Vita. Basically, they are recreating it for the PS4. So there's new controls, new ways to interact with the characters, and I am really looking forward to playing it again on the PS4 on the big screen. And I hope you guys, if you never checked it out on the Vita, or even if you did check it out on the Vita and you have a PS4 or you are going to get a PS4, I hope you look at Tearaway Unfolded. Other games that I'm looking forward to, Nintendo games, of course. Nintendo year after year puts out great games, and most of their games are pretty family friendly. So some of the games that we are all very accustomed to. Mario Party 10 is coming out next year, 2015, for the Wii U. And I mean, who doesn't love Mario Party? It's just a great game that you can play with friends, kind of a hybrid board game. And Mario Party 10 with the Wii U is bringing in a lot of new features that I'm looking forward to. Other Nintendo games include Yoshi's Woolly World, Mario Maker, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. There's a couple of Mario games that I'm really, Nintendo games rather, that I'm looking forward to coming out next year. Let's see, what other games can I think of? Project Cars. I mean, it's a racing game. It's a beautiful racing game being published by Namco Bandai, and it looks great. I love racing. If you guys like racing, I think that's one of the games to look out for. Cities, Skylines. If you're a SimCity fan or a Cities XL fan, Cities is kind of like a more detailed SimCity, and a new one is coming out next year called City Skyline. Mighty Number 9, which is kind of the Mega Man that we all want but never got, is coming out next year. What else? Journey, the PS3 game from that game company. I absolutely fell in love with Journey in 2012. That was my game of the year, and probably my favorite game of the previous generation, and very close to one of my all-time favorite games. It was an extremely short game, probably 2 hours of gameplay, but so much was just packed into that game. I mean, so much depth, in other words. It was so simple. I think there were only 2 or 3 controls: a jump button, a little when you held down, I think it was a circle button. It also did a little chirp. That's kind of how you communicated with other people in the game. And you had your navigation with the analog sticks, and that was it. But the game, even though it had no verbal story, I mean, it did have a deep story, and it was really an emotional ride, and one of the most beautiful games I've seen. And that will be coming out for it was supposed to come out for the PS4 this year, by the end of this year, but it is the end of this year. So obviously it's not coming out. So 2015, hopefully it really makes its mark on the PS4 for fans of it, on the PS3, and people who didn't play it in the first place. I really think that's a great game to look out for. And another game that kind of came out of nowhere was Telltale's Minecraft Story Mode. And if you're familiar with Telltale games, they have had the custom recently of taking on other IPs from other developers and making a series of episodic adventure games that really, I mean, people love. They've been winning Game of the Years and whatnot. So for them to get the Minecraft IP and make a story mode out of it, it kind of makes me, I mean, you're kind of like, what? Minecraft story mode? But the fact that it's coming from Telltale Games, a lot of people are like, wow, I wonder what they're going to do with this. I wonder how they're going to make Minecraft into such a great story, because we expect that from Telltales now. After all the stuff that they put out, we do expect it to be a great game. And Minecraft is fairly family friendly, and I expect that the story mode will be as well, even though a lot of Telltale games, other games, are not. They're mostly mature rated games, as far as the Tales from the Borderlands, The Walking Dead, etc. The Wolf Among Us. Those are all mature rated games, but Minecraft, the franchise, has been a family friendly E-rated series, so I expect the story mode to be as well. And I'm looking forward to what in the world Telltale is going to do with it. I guess they can really do anything they want, because that's kind of the premise of Minecraft. You could do whatever you want. And if you think about it, it's kind of like the Lego movie. Legos, you're like, how do you make a movie out of Legos? And they made it, and it was a cool movie. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a fun movie, kids and adults. So a Minecraft story mode next year, Telltale Games, that looks like something cool to look out for. And I'll have a feature about it on the website too when it comes out. I'll check out all these games when they come out, hopefully, and post a feature about them. And I can't think of anything else right now. I got to make another list. But those are some of the games I'm looking forward to. And that's 2015. Of course, the games that have been announced. We'll get more unannounced games coming. And there's so much stuff. 2015 is going to be jammed packed. We just came off the back end of a 2013, 2014. The new generation with a Wii U started in 2012, the end of 2012. Its first 2 years, and then we're in the first year for the Xbox One and the PS4. So 2014 was kind of dry for some people. It was kind of dry for me, but that's expected in the first few years of new console cycles. But 2015 already looks great, even though it's still early in these cycles. 2015 looks like there is going to be a lot of cool games coming out, and I'm really looking forward to it. I want to hear from you guys to see what you're looking forward to. So in this post, or in the post that I posted about the games to look forward to in 2015, write in the comics. Let me know what you're looking forward to. And I think I will respond to as many as I can. I like to engage everybody. I like to talk to everybody. I am a regular gamer, just like you guys, who just decided to make a blog. So I'm not high and mighty. I'm not gonna snub your comments. If I have the time, I will reply. I love talking to people. So let me know what games you're looking forward to. Let me know what things you're looking forward to in 2015 as far as wholesome games go. As this is WholesomeGamer. And I'll definitely take a look at those. And if you're looking forward to something that I completely missed, I'll definitely check out those games if you recommend me to look at them. And yeah, what else? Let me see. This is a solo cast, so it's pretty much a monologue that I'm doing right now. But I have a lot of things coming up for this. I have a lot of ideas that I'm really looking forward to instituting into Wholesome Gamer, and I really hope you guys join me for that ride. I hope you stick around. I hope you're patient with me, because this is still a learning experience. Even though I've been writing for websites and been a part of the gaming community for about 4 years, it's still a learning experience. Every year I'm learning. Every day I'm learning. And I think these experiences, these new beginnings, really will help me bring you new experiences to my website, through my website rather, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So this was kind of just on the spur thing, as far as a little solo cast. It's my very first one. It's kind of a test run. I'm actually just testing out my microphone equipment and my computer. And so I wasn't really prepared to be doing this. I just started going on a little I don't even know what to call it. My mind just decided to talk and see where it went. But once I have other people with me, we'll be able to hold discussions much more. It'll be a little more planned out. We'll actually have structured conversations once I have other people on podcasts with me. I might do other solo casts. I'll try to keep it short. Whatever you want me to talk about, you can let me know. I'm pretty opinionated, so if you have something that you would like to, an issue in the gaming community or something that you would like me to talk about, I'll take a look at it, and I might bring it up in one of my solo casts if I continue them. It all depends on how I feel about it after I hear it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to everything, guys. So thank you again for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the back end on either my next podcast or my next solo cast. Thanks, guys. Later.